folks start getting soft in the head. It's bad news.
Exactly. Let me tell you, I'd rather die poor but young than to go through that.
I've got to go.
God be with you.
Fair enough.
Big city. There's no place like it.
Take care of yourself, then. Well,
May God protect you. You see.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
The finest leather, purses, belts, slippers. One more and I'm done. I'll be closing soon. Shop while you can. My respects. A fine day.
Good day to you. Would you repair a few things for me?
Excellent. It was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
How's it taste? Good? He took Dougie.
Vote it again.
A fine day for some fine weather.
that's where you're wrong.
A fine day for some
cheap. We can do whatever we see fit with him.
Like, break a few of his fingers,
Or knock a couple of his teeth.
or cut off a chunk of his ear. Make him listen good.
Hey, what have I... Well, that's not bad at all. I'm not trying to get for you.
Thanks.
Why is this?
Wirst du das tun, worüber wir gesprochen haben?
Aye, aye.
Councilman Nas as well.
Of course I know. He's the one sending him there. What are you talking about? It's gospel. They say she's mad for it. But the old man just isn't up to it anymore. He wanted her to stop pestering.
Here, Mutt.
So he made a deal with Dirk Stalin.
Christ. But wait, didn't Dirk used to come to your place a lot too?
Aye.
You're
And he
my
still
doggy,
does.
eh?
But at least I have time to play dice. Feel like rolling a
Look
few
what I
dice?
have for you.
Sure. God be with you.
Take care now.
You silly mutt. Yes? Quick! Go! Quick! Whoa! Come here. Go! Whoa! Whoa! Ka! From here, I should follow the stream towards a barn. I hope this is Shramek's barn, because there's nobody to ask. Where did he say to go next? There should be a fence past the barn. This must be the fence, but not a cow in sight. Now to get to the other side. Back there by the woods. Here's where the fence ends. I'm supposed to take a hard right here. If Voйтою didn't mix up his directions, that is. must be the tree. The grave must be somewhere nearby. My God, it's clear nobody has been here in years. It looks terrible. If I really want to honour Voyteu's memory, I should clean the place up first. Pull the weeds, clear the debris, and clean the gravestone. R, V, and L. Ooh. If V stands for Voyteu and L for Libor, that means... Heavenly Father, I know no one's been here in a while, but please see that Voyteu's soul rests in peace. And please help the painter, whatever his name may be. Whatever he did, he surely regrets it. Only you know what happened back then. But surely it wasn't so bad Voyteu's soul wouldn't deserve redemption through Christ our Lord. Amen. I shouldn't do that. I just prayed here. If I do this, I'll surely go to hell. I reckon I shouldn't tell Voyteu about this. It looks like this skeleton is missing its skull. I wonder if... Come here.
The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary that she conceived of the Holy Spirit. Amen. And Mary said, Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done unto me to thy word.
Apples, excuse me, apples, yellow and red. Bye.
Blessings to you. You silly doggy.
Yes? Hmm?
Give it a taste. How's life treating you?
I visited Voyteu's grave. It was in a rough state, all overgrown and unkempt. But I tidied it up and said a prayer for his soul.
Thank you, Henry. And did you mention me as well?
Yes. I prayed for you as well.
Thank you very much. I feel terrible for not going myself, but I promise I'll visit when the right time comes.
Tell me more about Voita and Libor.
Nothing but bad memories come to mind. We used to spend a lot of time together. But as we got older, it all started to fall apart. I devoted myself more and more to my painting. And Libor, as the son of a bailiff, dealt with his father.
Wait, Libor is the son of a bailiff?
Aye, but it doesn't matter much these days. His mother died shortly after he disappeared, and his father, who knows where he ended up.
Did Libor know you paint? He only shrugged his shoulders when I mentioned a painter.
To tell the truth, I never discussed it much with him. I'd shown Voita some sketches, but Libor, all he cared about were girls. Oh, and swords. He grew up at Rathouse, so he saw soldiers and knights differently than us paupers.
What about Voita? What was he like?
He didn't have anyone besides us. And then Burkhard showed up. Voita was never a saint. Sometimes he stole food, got in scraps here and there. But Burkhard changed him completely. Suddenly he didn't have time for us. And when we did meet up, he was always telling us how he robbed some traveler here or beat up some old woman there.
But I still don't see how this is your fault.
I envy you then. You see, Voita wanted to spend time with us. He was always inviting us somewhere, but we, or I, rather, would hear none of it. All I cared about was my painting. And Voita was just wasting my time. We got in an awful argument over it once. We were both drunk then. Voita on schnapps, and me on my pride.
How did the argument end?
I don't recall what all was said. You know how it is. You get in an argument with someone, and the next day, you can't remember what you said. I do remember one thing, though. I said, there's no room in my life for dirty, drunken thieves who blow smoke up Burkhard's arse.
Then what happened?
Well, we wanted to get rid of Burkhard. We were going to go through Libor's pa, but we met with Voita first. We told him to pack up his things in Burkhard's camp and meet us at the tree. But well, when we got to him, he was just lying there. We had to chase off the wolves that were, well, Voita was in an awful state, beaten to death with a helmet. We chased off the wolves, but Libor was inconsolable and wouldn't stop crying. So I sent him to the village to get a shovel. While he was gone, I realized Voita was still breathing. He was in awful shape. He couldn't talk or move. Lord, have mercy on me. When Libor returned, I told him to give me his sword, but he said no, that we could still save him. We got in a terrible argument over it. In the end, it was Libor who put Voita out of his misery. Then we buried him. Not in hallowed ground, but still better than behind the cemetery wall.
Do you think Voita betrayed you?
If he had, we'd probably end up the same as him, even after everything I said to him. I believe he never betrayed us. All right, but now tell me, wasn't it all my fault?
We are each the author of our own destiny. Voita joined up with Burkhard, and it cost him his life. What's important is where your decisions lead you.
I hope you're right, Henry. I hope you're right.
I noticed there were some initials carved into the tree. Was that the three of you's doing?
Carved initials? Right. I completely forgot. What initials were there?
R, V, and L. I assume V stands for Voita and L for Libor. So R must be the first letter of your true name?
I suppose that makes sense.
So your real name is...
After all this time, I really can't remember. Strange how someone can forget something like that.
You've got to be joking.
Just try using someone else's name for decades. I'll see if you still remember you used to be Henry.
Wait. How about Robert? Radan? Rupert? Or maybe Raphael?
Raphael. That would be a good name for a painter. But I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. I really don't know.
Radek? Radomir? Radislav?
I don't know, Henry, really. To tell you the truth, I don't even want to remember.
Richard? No? Ach, yeah. All right, let's just forget about the letters. I suppose I should admit I took a look in the grave.
What?
I dug it up and noticed the skull was missing. So I thought that maybe...
You dug up the grave I sent you to pray at.
Well, clearly I wasn't the first.
And that makes it all right. Why did you even do that?
I wanted to know what really happened back then, because you didn't share much. And when I saw the skull was missing...
Are you implying that my skull, my muse, is Voita's skull?
I'm not implying anything. I'm telling you straight.
Well, you see, I'm afraid you're right. It's been a long while since I dug it up, and I've had it with me ever since.
Why?
If only I knew. I just had a feeling I had to. That Voйтою was calling me towards him. I'm sorry for snapping at you, it's just... I've never spoken to anyone about this, and it's not easy.
I'll let you work.
All right. And Henry, thank you.
Can I still help you with something? Or do you already have everything you need for your opus magnum?
No, a helping hand is always welcome. I need to wrap up all the commissions I've started, and I can't manage it on my own. Lately, I've been painting maybe too much. The last ones were a signboard for the armorer and decorations for the fortress in Shitoki. But I haven't been paid for either yet.
So you want me to go and collect the coin? With a beggar's sack in one hand and a hammer to break some bones in the other?
It won't be that wild. I'll take care of the armorer myself. But if you could go to Shitoki instead of me, I'd be very grateful. It's a bit more complicated there.
How so?
The bailiff there promised me a precious stone as payment for the decorations. Lapis lazuli, from which the most beautiful blue under the sun can be made. But then he changed his mind and wanted to pay me in groschen, which I naturally refused. I want that stone.
Why did the bailiff change his mind about the gem?
Oh, he started telling me it's his lucky talisman and that he'll still need it. He's building a fortress for the gentry there and he's expecting an inspection or something.
And are you sure the bailiff actually has this gem? He might just be trying to string you along.
I've seen it. Well, just for a moment. He doesn't trust anyone with something like that and keeps it in his pocket. But he's definitely got it.
Wouldn't you prefer a groschen? You could spruce this place up a bit. How much did he even offer you?
It wasn't a small amount, I'll admit, but this is a matter of principle. Promises must be kept, and you can't mix ultramarine from groschen.
And how do you imagine I'll get the gem off the bailiff if he wouldn't give it to you?
But you, Henry, are a man of many talents, aren't you? You'll think of something. To start with, it wouldn't hurt to just have a word with him.
What if he simply refuses to hand it over?
If words fail, you'll have to defend my interests in another way. I'm no minstrel, after all. I'm a craftsman. My work has an agreed-upon value, and I won't tolerate anyone spreading rumors that I work for promises and goodwill.
So what should I do?
Well, I painted a coat of arms and a nice ribbon below it on their fortress. It could really use an inscription. Something that tells everyone they didn't pay me for it.
All right. I'll try to get that gem from the bailiff.
Excellent. Meanwhile, I'll collect payment from the armorer. Thank you, Henry. And don't forget, rather than leaving empty-handed, better to repaint my artwork.
Yes?
You have a kind master, eh, Bobby?
Like I'm invisible or something.
Christ, what's the hold up?
Service.
What have I?
Christ! Pardon me.
Maybe I should have some spices.
What's the hold up, innkeeper?
Aye, coming right up.
What a load of shit.
What was I just thinking about?
The city council is organising another collection for repairs to the fortifications. Are they out of their bloody minds? They had two collections just like it already. And there are still holes in the walls. That's true, but what good are fortifications you can't defend? I'll tell you, no fucking good at all. See? I didn't say I wouldn't contribute, but I'm not giving them a single groschen until I see cut stones, lime, scaffolding, and 20 men working their asses off. Yeah, well, I'll be going now.
Fair enough.
God be with you then.
A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Find out. Hasn't the bailiff already told us enough?
Perhaps too much. And that's exactly why I'd rather verify everything myself. It's suspicious.
And have you found out anything?
The builder, Master Fabian, is an experienced craftsman, but I fear there's a lack of resources. Even though Sigismund's army has withdrawn, the region is still in dire straits.
If you ask me, you're worrying unnecessarily, my lady. The fortress is standing, and Master Fabian seemed to be hard at work. There's even a fresco inside with a coat of arms. It's fine work.
I'll have to take a look at that. But I'd rather do so discreetly. Whenever I so much as step into the fortress, the bailiff is always hovering around me. I think he's trying to court me.
Oh, dear. Shall I explain to him how things really stand? That your heart already belongs to someone else?
I'll deal with the bailiff myself.
I haven't the slightest doubt about that.
We'll meet later, Jedlichka. Yes?
As you wish.
Are you the builder of the local fortress?
Nun, sonst wäre ich ja nicht hier. What would you like?
I was interested in your building. Must be awfully difficult to think up and calculate everything correctly, eh?
Ja, das ist nicht einfach. But we are not building a cathedral. Unfortunately, this is just an ordinary pile of stones with a little mortar added to it. Mehr auch nicht.
How is such a fortress built? Must be difficult, eh?
For a commoner, certainly. But I am a master. I've built palaces and cathedrals. Compared to those, this is a complete waste of time.
So you're doing this out of duty?
Out of necessity. I have to make a living somehow since those ignoramuses threw me out of Kuttenberg.
Threw you out? I'm sorry, but I'm not from the city, so I don't know what you're talking about.
But you've heard about the construction of St. Barbara's Church, right?
I've heard something about it.
Just heard? Mein Gott, you can't overlook something like that. High arches, slender pillars, carved pinnacles, ein wunderschönes Gotteshaus. Simply a truly wonderful building. Or at least it would be if they let a real master take care of it.
How is such a fortress actually built? What needs to be done first? And who pays for it all?
Oh, now, you're asking too many questions.
Why? Is it a secret?
Nein, everyone here knows the fortress belongs to the highborn Anna von Wallenstein. She inherited the local estate from her husband, a wealthy miner. But she has many relatives who do not want her to keep that wealth. Are you not perhaps one of them?
No, not at all. I'm hearing about it all for the first time.
So why do you keep asking such stupid questions, du komischer Kauz?
I was just walking by and your building caught my interest.
Oh, wenn das so ist, all right then.
How much does it cost to build such a fortress?
Like this one? It's a kleine Steinfestung, nothing too big. The stone is local, but the wood is expensive. That's because most of it is used for the mining purposes in the shafts.
And the miners are willing to pay quite a bit for it, eh?
Exactly. So we have to import wood from the Sassau forest, where it's much cheaper. Unterm Strich, such a structure costs the yield of 4 villages for 10 years in advance. As a carpenter, you'd have to work for 200 years to pay for it.
I'm interested in the construction of that cathedral you were talking about. Tell me more about it.
Wie bitte? Do you really have to rub salt into a knife wound?
I'm sorry. I didn't know it made you so angry.
Angry? It could have been my Lebenswerk, my life's work. If that despicable Hungarian king did not come and dismiss the whole city council, I could be building meine heilige Barbara at this time, and not this stupid and meaningless fortress. Such a beautiful church. No other could compare to it im gesamten tschechischen Königreich.
And what makes it so special?
It has a magnificent layout and the most perfect geometry with a 3-nave floor plan. The weight distribution on the axis is so precise that the presbytery can be up to twice as high as in other churches. One narrow column next to another, and between them, unbelievably high windows. There'll be as much light inside as if you were standing under the open sky, mein Freund. It will seriously be a wunderschönes Gotteshaus. Das Gewölbe, The vault will rise 20 Klafter above the heads of the faithful pilgrims and der geschätzten Kuttenberger Bergmänner.
That sounds really spectacular.
Ja. I almost fulfilled my dream. Doch nun ist alles aus.
You seem to be a bit grumpy. Are there some problems with the construction?
Nein, not at all. Quite the opposite.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Wenn du das sagst, Junge.
What? Aren't you glad your work is going well?
Soll ich mich darüber freuen? Jeder dahergelaufene Dummkopf could build a thick wall with a shingled roof. I did not need to travel half the world to stack stone on rock here.
How is a fortress built? I've never seen it.
Das ist ganz einfach. Compared to a church or cathedral, it's quite primitive. Using a triangle and a cross, you measure the corners of the building and have the foundations dug down to solid rock. Then you will invite the Steinmetze, the stonemasons, who will supply the shaped stones for the masons. Der Stein, the stone is usually broken directly in the future fosse. Thus, you logically kill 2 birds with 1 stone, wenn du verstehst, was ich meine.
I understand. The bigger the castle, the deeper the fosse.
Ja, genau. The stones for the doors, windows and walls is more difficult. They're made of sandstone. That's more expensive and must be imported. In addition to the masons, you also need a construction carpenter to build them scaffolding, and another who can do die Schreinerarbeiten.
What does that word mean?
Die Schreinerarbeiten, that's what we call the roof trusses, stairwells, galleries, simply everything that's not made of stone. And then you also need a roofer to cover the roof with shingles or thatch. And a dyer to mix the interior plaster and stucco.
Well, that's really something. So many crafts trades, all for just one building.
Ja, ganz recht. But it brings no glory. If you want to enjoy fame, you have to make churches, cathedrals, and altars, not village sheds that'll be the first thing to burn in a war.
Good to see you.
God be with you.
At your service, sir. A good day to you. What brings you here?
That painting here in the room. It's the work of Voйтою the painter, isn't it?
Aye, he paints well, but he's a terribly peculiar fella. What about it?
Oh, the fortress is painted, but the promised reward is nowhere to be seen. I've come for it.
Oh, I see. And leave me be, I've got bigger worries. I offered him a heap of groschen, but he wouldn't have it, so he can stuff it.
What worries were you talking about?
We're building this fortress on Lady Anna of Volstein's commission, and most importantly, at her expense. Master Fabian Kraft is in charge of the construction, but as bailiff, I'm responsible for organizing everything else. But after that tragedy, which cost Lady Anna her life, her acquaintance arrived here, and now she'll be in charge of the construction for the Volsteins. Her name's Adela, and I need to devote my full attention to her.
Voйтою said that for his work, you promised him something else. He says you've got some expensive stone. Lapis? Lazuli? They use it to make blue pigment.
Well, I do have it, but I offered him a better reward. I need that gemstone more than he does.
Why do you need that gemstone so badly?
It's a great rarity, and I need to make the biggest impression possible on Lady Adela. And it also brings me luck. The construction, it's not going as well as expected. The Master Fabian says otherwise. Plus, I think I might have a chance with Lady Adela. If you understand me, as one man to another.
So how about making an impression on Lady Adela in another way? After all, a noble woman like her must have plenty of precious stones of her own.
That's probably true. Adela is always with that guard of hers, Jedlichka. Or by day she sits outside under the willow watching the construction.
See? Then forget about some luck hidden in a magic stone and make some grand gesture.
Well, I could have something written on the wall. You're from that painter, aren't you? Do you know how to write?
I do, but I know how you are with payment. I think I should write what a pinch purse you are instead.
Oh, wait, I've got an idea. I'll dazzle Adela with my chivalry.
How do you mean?
I have armor and a sword, and I'm not at all bad with it. If Adela saw me fighting, I'm sure she'd think more highly of me. We'll do it like this. When Lady Adela is sitting under the willow again, watching the construction, you'll join her and seriously insult her. Then I'll just happen to walk by, see it, challenge you to a duel, and beat you in front of her. Good impression guaranteed.
How do you imagine I'll insult her?
Well, how should I know? She's a noble woman. They're easily offended. For all I care, just tell her she's got a backside like a brewery dray horse.
Great. So we're going to have a duel in front of her? And it never crossed your mind that maybe I'm a better swordsman than you?
Well, then you'd better make sure you aren't. If you want that gemstone.
All right. Let's do it your way.
Really? I mean, great. I'll get my armor and sword ready. You wait until Adela sits under the willow, outside in front of the fortress near the bridge. That's where you'll insult her. She's usually there most of the day, but definitely at noon.
I understand. So, be ready.
Till we meet again.
This must be the painting. I could improve it, like Voйтою suggested.
God bless.
Greetings to you.
What? Who left the door open? Damn. Oh, I have to track him down. Where could he have gone?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Good. I managed to get that gemstone from the bailiff. Here you are.
Oh, glad to hear it. How did you pull that off?
An artist should keep his secrets, right?
He should. At least while he still can.
Is something the matter? You seem a bit off.
What? Me? Oh, no. And thank you, Henry. I did manage to sort something out with the armourer, though only halfway. He had no groschen, so he paid me with a cuirass. I've already sketched it, in case I ever paint a knight, but otherwise it's no use to me. You know, take it for all your effort.
Wow. Thank you.
But now, back to work. Quickly before... Oh dear.
How's that grand piece of yours coming along?
How? I'm not sure. Sometimes it feels like... No, that's Henry.
Yeah, of course I'm Henry. Are you sure you're all right?
Be quiet.
Come on. What's wrong?
Yeah. I'm painting, aren't I?
What the... Voйтою, hey! Do you even see me?
What? Oh, sorry. Do you think we could have a talk? It's important. Actually, it's something I've never told anyone about.
Go on then. What's the matter?
The thing is... Damn! How do I start? You already know I'm still troubled to this day by what happened to Voйтою. But there's one thing I haven't told you yet. Remember how I told you at Velez's shrine that the place spoke to me? And that in my head, I keep hearing Burkhard must die? Well, I meant that more seriously than you might think. I know how I must sound saying all this, but sometimes I really feel as though someone's talking to me, whispering and telling me what to paint. And other times, it's screaming so loud, it bursts my ears. I'm not sure how to explain it better, any more than I could tell a blind person what the color green looks like. But lately, ever since I heard Burkhard was in the Trotsky region, well, I'm just scared. Scared stiff of that endless shrieking, tearing my mind apart.
Can nothing be done about it?
I was hoping that now Burkhard's dead, it would all just go away. But no. That damn screaming is only getting louder and louder.
Couldn't it all be something like a sign from God? Plenty of people have heard voices, haven't they? The Lord spoke to Moses through a burning bush. And what about Abraham? God spoke to him too.
You're right there, friend. But my voice sounds different. We all know stories of people the Lord spoke to. But I'm afraid it's someone else who's speaking to me. Someone from down below.
And could I help you with that in some way?
Maybe you could. At least for a while. I once told a herbalist I was having nightmares, and he brewed me a vile concoction. When I drink it regularly, and say an Our Father at the same time, it helps me quite a bit. Only now I've run out, and I've neither the time nor the energy to brew more. I thought I had enough left to finish the painting, and then it wouldn't be needed. But I miscalculated.
Wouldn't you rather I brew you something I already know how to make? Maybe a decoction of lemon balm and oregano. Used in the right proportions, it can calm a person nicely. And if I add nettles, you'll also sleep better.
I bow to your knowledge, but I'm afraid ordinary herbs aren't enough for my troubles.
So I can run off and get your medicine from the herbalist, right?
He could be anywhere by now. He wasn't the most honest man. That's why I didn't just buy the concoction from him back then, but the recipe as well.
Couldn't you take it to some apothecary and have a new batch brewed?
Not in these parts. I spent years building a good reputation here. I don't want folk knowing about this. Understand, my problem isn't a sore leg. I can't keep going to any random sawbones.
All right. I'll brew that remedy of yours. Or at least have a go.
Don't worry. The hardest part is finding all the ingredients. Getting mandrake roots and a river pearl was always a struggle for me. And I don't have the strength for it now. But luckily, you only need one of each. Then you add 2 handfuls of ordinary sage, boil it in some vinegary wine, and it's done.
Mandrake? What's that?
It's a very strange root. It looks quite like a tiny, chubby man, but it's no laughing matter. It mostly grows in graveyards. Try asking the local gravedigger about it. His name's František.
What about the river pearl? Don't tell me you expect me to pinch some wealthy townswoman's necklace.
I wouldn't advise that. Often they're fake. Better go straight to the source. Pearl mussels. They're a kind of clam. There used to be plenty of them in a spot in the stream above Denmark. If you set out from Kuttenberg going south along the stream, you'll come across it. You'll recognize it because there are trees growing in the middle of the stream. But be careful. Pearls are valuable. And that place isn't exactly a secret. There's a good chance you won't be the only one hunting there.
All right. I'll manage somehow. Try to get some rest while I fetch that mandrake brew for you.
Henry, I don't even deserve you. Thank you.
yard. And I'm telling you, that piece of land is mine. You're pouring it over the fence. Your brother built that
Right,
fence.
what's
and
the
he did it all
hold-up?
wrong. He's a complete fucking idiot, he is. Then you should have taken it up with him. How? When he's as deaf as a post.
Service is kind of slow
Anyway,
today.
that's where I dump the shit, because that's where you make... Hey, innkeeper, that beer.
Christ, what a day that was.
I apologise.
Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
Look what I have for you. Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
There now.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Thanks for the herbal brew.
God give you health, sir.
For the love of Christ, spare a few coins for a wretch. Have pity, good people. Have any change? Help a poor cripple. This could come in handy. Come to
How's life treating you? Not too bad. But I've got so much to do, I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done in time. Why don't you take on a young apprentice?
Whoa! Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Whoa!
Good day.
Here you go. Take it. Aye, aye, you silly doggy. Look what I have for you. You silly mutt. Yes? Hmm? Easy. Nice and slow. Whoa! Brought you that mandrake decoction of yours. What'd you say?
Well now, Henry. Last time I saw it this beautifully clear was from that herbalist. Mine always turn cloudy. And it doesn't even stink.
How exactly does that voice of yours sound? What does it actually say?
It mostly wants me to paint, as much as possible. Sometimes it even gives me tips. But other times, sometimes it blames me for what happened to Voita. What I did, what I didn't do. Everything that's gone wrong from that moment until now. And actually, I feel it sounds like Voita. As if the devil stole his voice just to torment me. But let's not speak of it anymore, please. I'd like to drink that decoction of yours and get back to work.
Well, hopefully it'll cure you.
It won't happen, I'm afraid. This brew is like the liquor you'd share with a friend you've fallen out with. It smooths things over for a while, then the hangover comes. Unfortunately, I have nothing better.
Have you ever tried dealing with that voice in some other way?
Of course I have. I went to a priest, a sorcerer, a soothsayer, and a beggar who fancied himself as some sort of wizard. But I never dared tell any of them as much as I've told you. I also ate every herb I could find, drank every concoction, inhaled powders, and had leeches applied to my legs. The last thing left on my list is to have a hole drilled in my head. Maybe then that voice would fly out.
I'm still surprised you told me so openly.
As I said, I trust you more than most. We've seen plenty of strange things together. And you never ran off or went to fetch the Inquisitor.
Well, come to think of it, there might be a decent reward in that.
But you wouldn't enjoy it for long, believe me. I'd cast some spell on you.
Right. As they say, bottoms up,
I hope I don't grow a third leg from this. Cheers.
So, did that decoction work for you?
We'll have to wait and see. It takes time to take effect. In the meantime, I suppose I ought to get back to work, right? I really don't feel like it. But I've only got St. Vitus's face left, plus a few little details. And someone needs to put it all together. My paintings are only one part of it.
And what other parts, besides your painting, does this altar have?
Aside from the shrine itself, mostly wooden figurines. Which reminds me, Plunk the carpenter, who's making all of those, should have finished long ago. I'll have to check in on him once I'm feeling a bit better.
Where are these carpenters you're working with from?
They've got a workshop right here in town. I hoped that would speed things up, but I might have been wrong. They're always behind schedule.
If you're still not feeling well, I can go and see those carpenters for you.
Oh, I'd be really grateful. Tell Master Plonk I sent you personally. He'll listen to that.
Plank the carpenter, eh? And where can I find him?
His workshop's just a short way from here. Go to the fountain, then head for the city gate. You'll see it on your left.
Good. Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
I'm at your service, sir.
Greetings. Do you need something?
Painter Voyta said he had you make figurines for the Sedlet's altar. How's that going?
You'd best ask Plank about that. I don't want any more trouble.
More trouble?
Just forget it.
What if I gave you a few groschen? You still wouldn't tell me anything?
Well, all right then.
So? What happened?
We got all the figurines done, except for the Virgin Mary. Krudash was making her, and he ran off with her.
Who's Krudos? Another apprentice?
Aye, but he's not cut out for the trade. Plank's always losing his temper with him, but it doesn't do any good.
Why would he even take that figurine?
After he showed it to Master, he got smacked. Because it was shoddy work and it took him forever. So maybe he wanted revenge. I'm not sure.
That doesn't sound like a very clever revenge.
Well, Krudash ain't the sharpest anyway.
Where would he take that figurine?
Sometimes he and Plank took goods to, well, fences. Maybe that fool went to them too.
And where did they meet up?
No idea. Plank never took me along. He only ever went with Krudash because he reckons he looks harmless.
Harmless?
Aye. Plank couldn't lug all the goods by himself, but he didn't want to provoke them thugs by turning up in a big group. He was quite afraid of that gang. Their leader's called Reaper.
Aha. So they're more bandits than merchants. And you truly don't know where I could find them?
I swear by all the saints. Only Plank knows that.
Steelow told me your other apprentice stole the figurine of the Virgin Mary.
Oh, I'll break that scoundrel in half.
So it's true that he took it and went off to sell it to some fences?
It's quite possible.
He just walked off with it? Why would he do that?
The bungler used up half a forest carving it and fiddled around with it for almost a week. So once he'd finished, he got a bit of a slap. Discipline must be kept. And instead of showing respect, he nicks the finished piece and runs off. If I get my hands on him.
How do you even know about that gang? You're not about to tell me you share a pew with them in church, are you?
Well, they want figurines and various other stuff, so I sell to them, you know. But they usually have pretty odd requests. They give me sketches, and then I'm meant to make things that look as close as possible, but from soft wood. Just cheap knockoffs.
Are these fences dangerous?
They carry steel, little surprise. But they never done nothing to me. Not that they'd have any reason.
So, these fellas buy cheap knockoffs and lug loads of weapons around? You're doing business with some thieving gang, eh? They spot something valuable, pinch it, and replace it with some rubbish from you so no one notices.
That's what you say, not me. And between us, that master of yours, Voita, is one hell of a strange bloke too. It's the pot calling the kettle black.
Where will I find those blokes? Are they local?
I don't know where they bed down, but we've got a spot arranged where we meet if I have goods for them. You know Zimburg, that ruin? It's south of there. Best not go right up to it. Skirt around along the road to Malashov via the ford to the west. After a while the road forks, so go left. Then once it merges again, go left again into the woods to the south. There's a battered old house there. You'll see it from the road. If you're lucky, you'll find Hrudosh there with them. If not, they might at least tell you which way he went next.
Fine. I'll check out that broken down shack. If I find Hrudosh, I'll send him back your way.
No chance. If he wanted to run off into the wide world, let him. I've already got another apprentice in mind, and God willing, he won't be half as dim.
Did you hear who died?
Ha! I thought it was old Bart, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
there, good sir.
You silly doggy.
Here you go. Take it.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
Aye, aye. You silly doggy. There now. Whoa! 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 Go! nobody's around. But maybe they left something behind. Might Krudos have left it here? Blood. Could they have fought amongst themselves? Damn. I hope Krudos is still alive.
Everyone get over here! I'm gonna teach you a lesson, asshole!
That's probably Krudosh. If he's here, then the statuette must be too. Thank goodness. It's fine. Now time to hurry to Voita.
That was incredible. Will you let me go? Please, untie me. That was a close one. Thanks for rescuing me. Don't try to get away, murderer!
I went to see him, but he threw me out.
And you're surprised?
But it was just a simple misunderstanding. What am I supposed to do then? You should go and see the priest.
I brought you the final statuette for the altar. The Virgin Mary. Has Planck delivered the rest to you already?
That's right.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling better, though not by much. Mostly thanks to that potion you gave me.
I'm glad to hear it. I tried my best to brew it well.
I know, and thank you, my friend. You've always been there for me, watching what I do and judging me.
Of course. Did you expect anything else?
No, it's just... Thanks to you, I had a moment to think about myself, about everything I'm doing. I am just one step away from finishing this grand daub. But now I'm not even sure why I'm doing it. Did I really want to honor Voyteu's memory, or was I just meant to think that? What if it's not my own idea, but something that skull planted in me? What if it was put into my head by the devil?
What devil? I know you're doing it for Voyteur, and that's a noble goal.
Noble or not, what does it matter if I can't even say what Voyteur would have wanted? I'm chasing no one's goal. And you? I thought God sent you to me. But if the devil has plans for me, who knows what role you play in all this? Why did you untie me back then by Trusky? Out of the goodness of your heart? Or were you hoping an old man in trouble might pay you back somehow?
I didn't even think about it. You were just someone who needed help.
And then you went looking for my things, even though the whole mess was really my own doing. You should have left me there at that tree. Maybe the Lord would have taken me to him then, but now, after all this, one trial after another, and I fucked them all up. A good Christian doesn't bow to idols or spawn infernal beasts. I drove out one devil with another, and pulled you into it too.
You haven't ruined anything. I know you well enough to understand you weren't doing it out of malice.
I wasn't, but the devil tempted me with his voice, and I gave in. I can't just wave this away and pretend it's not like that. We even plotted a murder together, for Christ's sake. When Burkhard showed up, I heard nothing but that vile, sulphur-smelling whispering. I wanted that man dead, and those down below were delighted. But it solved nothing. I only pray that the lads in his gang find a better path in life.
Look, you said Thrush had posted a reward, and I'd already dealt with a few bandits in my time, so it was obvious. Nothing more than well-paid justice.
And everything you did for me here in Kuttenberg, was that just for coin as well?
That's not how it is. I just thought it best to kill Burkhard before he killed you. Damn it, I care about you.
That's exactly what I can't understand. I always chased noble goals, and it never turned out well. You know full well how it went with Voyteur. Everyone unlucky enough to cross my path ended up dead, insane, or at least forsaken by God. Honestly, I don't understand why you're still here.
I'm here because you're my friend. And I'm definitely not going anywhere.
A friend? Henry, I appreciate your help. But...
But what?
But sometimes I feel as if you and the devil who's tempting me are working hand in hand. Yet I believe you're not a bad person at heart, so I'd like to ask you something. I've spent my whole life heading towards this moment. But if it really was the devil guiding me here, do you think if I finish this painting, I'll sign away my soul to him forever?
Now, you got this far through your own effort and talent, not some curse. Look at this splendor. The devil can't create anything, only destroy.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. He's destroying me, so I'll create in his stead.
Did you do all those things with evil intent? I don't think so. It was out of love. For your craft, your dear ones, for the world.
Maybe you're right. Out of love for my neighbor, not for myself.
See? And if the devil tries to tempt you again, I'll handle him myself.
I hope you won't have to go all the way to hell for that. But how would you even get there? You, who were sent to me from heaven. Thank you, Henry. Go and fetch the people from the monastery. I'll have it done tomorrow, whatever may befall. So, that's that.
How'd you feel?
It's strange. I was afraid nothing would change, like it was with Burkhard that time. But I feel differently now, and it's all thanks to you. You stayed with me until the end, and I realized God's still giving me a chance. I know it won't bring Voita back, but I wanted to achieve something in his name. As if like giving him more years in this world. And it worked.
And what about your head? Do you still hear the voice?
It's gone quiet. I still sense something there, somewhere, deep down, but it's silent.
Well, let's hope it stays that way. And remember what I said. If it shows up, it'll have to deal with me. Can I help you with anything else? Collecting hair from a leshy? Beating up your neighbour? Arranging an audience with the king?
Not a thing. You've already run around and bothered yourself enough on my account. This time, I'll take a leaf out of your book, and I won't just hide away at home.
And now? What will you do?
Well, the best part of painting was how many places I got to see. Maybe in the autumn of my life, I'll travel a bit. And they say, autumn is lovely in Riknov.
Watch out for the trees. You know you have a certain pull for them. Take care, then.
You too. Drop by again sometime if you ever want a shield painted. It's the least I can do for you. And there's one more little matter.
What is it?
After everything that happened, well, I wanted to entrust you with my painted friend. Take my skull, please, and take care of it for me. And if it's not too much trouble, grant it eternal rest. It deserves that too.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, dear Henry.
Someone's been pampering this horse.
Yes?
Hey, listen, say thumb.
Thumb?
Sticking up your bum.
Genius.
Excuse me.
Can't believe you're still single.
Right, what's the hold up? Hey, where's that beer?
Mein Gott! Wo liegt das Problem?
Here we are. Good.
Why the hell do they poor...
Everything all right, eh? Whoa! I hope you can rest in peace now, Войтою. Look what I have for you. Aye, aye, you silly doggy.